So you asked the question, is passion ready for you? Well, we've had you for, I think this is our third year, right?
Yeah.
So we love having you. I love having you. I love working with you. So I'm going to ask you a few questions today. Thank you for joining. Um, Thank you for giving us your time.
Oh, my
So
pleasure.
I want to read something to you because you know what? I work with a lot of creators, but the one creator who is the most, and I mean this, the one that persists the most, the one that's consistent, that is determined, is you. Okay.
Oh, my
Mm,
angel.
absolutely. You are, and you're just amazing. So that's why I'm really glad that you're here. So I'm going to ask you some questions, but I want to start by reading this. Success isn't just the outcome, it's the courage to start, the commitment to keep going, and the growth that happens along the way.
Yeah.
Why I'm saying
Yeah.
that is, I think a lot of creators think, okay, I don't have money, I don't have users, I've been doing this for a year or a month or however long it is. And sometimes it takes longer. And the journey is important. There's a lot of wins along the way, right? So I'm going to let you start by introducing yourself, your name, where you're from, what your app's about, because your app is so great. Who you're targeting and why. That's a lot, but I'm going to throw it over to you.
Okay, so my name is Alanna. I'm the owner, CEO, and founder of Dancin Fit. Dancin Fit it started off as an international dance fitness brand. So I'm an international dancer, which literally just means you do different dance styles from around the world. That's all it means. So I do 14 different dance styles myself. I was a pro dancer. I wanted to come back to my own area, and I wanted people in my area to be able to dip their toes into different dance styles without having years of training. So I said it to a few people. Everyone was really enthusiastic about it, and that's how Dancing Fit opened. And that was September 2015. So a long time ago. I opened with 3 classes, and now I do 4 classes a day, 5 days a week, and online classes and care homes and all sorts. So it kind of expanded. And I love what I do, and I love my people. So it's very much, yeah, I work every day, but I don't feel like I work at all because it's such a joy and it's such an honour. And I actually call them my Dancin Fit family, and they are very much a family. So I opened my business before I was pregnant. So they actually saw me through my whole pregnancy. I danced up to 38 weeks pregnant. So
Wow.
some of them were knitting cardigans and things for my son before I was born. So a real close knit community, and so I'm very, very overjoyed. I'm very honoured and very lucky to have an amazing group of people in my life. But my old salsa teacher used to say to me, if the whole world danced, there wouldn't be any wars. And I very much took that on board. So I
Wow.
started dancing with people who were deaf, and I got different speakers in with heavy bass, put them on the floor so they could actually feel the beat through the floor and teach them salsa that way. That then developed into teaching kids. So I was teaching people from 18 months old. My oldest person at that time was 97. So I was
Wow.
teaching on range, and then I started looking around further, and there were people who had dementia, who were in wheelchairs, who had severe arthritis conditions, were in a lot of pain, and there was this whole area of people that I wanted to help, and I didn't know how to help. And then 3 years ago, what happened was I started looking around YouTube. YouTube is just this amazing, amazing place. So I started looking around YouTube, and I came across this lady who taught seated yoga. And I thought, hang on, I could do seated yoga dancing and bring in my side of it. So I started teaching the breath work and stretch of yoga. All the moves are sitting down, but we do rock and roll. We go off to Hawaii. We do can dancing. We do all sorts of crazy stuff. In fact, we've just done Halloween week, and next week we're doing 1940s to celebrate
Oh,
Remembrance
nice.
Sunday all week. So we
Love it.
do all sorts of fantastic things, and the guys really get involved. But the great thing about seated yoga dancing is it's literally open to everyone. So, like, I was doing a fair, and one of my ladies is in a wheelchair, and a lady approached her on the stand who has a walking stick, and she said, would you like to come and dance at the dance class? And the lady on the walker said, I can't dance, I'm on a walking stick. And one of my fabulous ladies said, well, I'm in a wheelchair, I can't stand, but I can dance. You know, and it's just that empowering moments, and I've got a lot of respect and a lot of pride for my ladies and for my gentlemen. I've got a guy who has dementia, and he's now 3 years post-diagnosis. And this year again, he flew from England to France by himself to see his sister. 3 years post-diagnosis, and it's because we're looking at the different areas of the brain and getting into using more of the creative side of the brain, which lasts a lot longer, lasts to the very end, with people that have dementia. And because I'm tapping into that creative side through music and dance and movement, we can then get into pattern formation and cross-body and start slowing that progression down. So we've had massive success stories there. But I've been very lucky. I've worked with Parkinson's, MS, fibromyalgia, global delay, all sorts, and they're all still in the community. They're all still here, and you know, it's just getting bigger and better. And now I'm looking at hoping to. My next stage is offering out courses, teaching other people how to do dementia with movement into their classes, and wheelchair with movement and everything else. So,
but what I want to add.
Basically,
but you're missing something. What I want to add is not only do you do all of this, and with such passion and enthusiasm, right? But you do the online stuff. You do the coffee chats. People can join and have a natter and a cup of tea and a piece of cake and all talk together online. So you make it's very inclusive, and it brings people together that I imagine a lot of the time, being older people, maybe they are widowed, they are isolated. So you're bringing joy and so much, and I love what you're doing. It's amazing.
I love that you said that, but to be honest, they bring more joy to me than I ever could to them. They are incredible, Tracy. I've had people, the online actually started because of lockdown, so I didn't have an online side at all. I didn't even know what Zoom was, and the government in the UK said that community halls had to shut on the Friday. And so fitness classes didn't, but all of my fitness classes were in community halls. So I actually had to shut down slightly before fitness classes had to, which was only about a week difference. I remember I was in tears. I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. And one of my ladies said, what about Zoom? Well, I hadn't heard of Zoom. So that was on the Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I studied Zoom, and we opened on Monday.
See, that's how you roll.
That coffee table back, and I was just like, let's go for it, you know. So,
you are so determined. You
determined.
You just find a way.
I do. Oh, well, it's a bit like with the app, where the app started off as being medium impact to do all the international styles, flamenco, salsa, Afrikaans, etc. And then it just developed. So it then became, well, let's pivot and let's still do all our international, absolutely. But I've got ladies saying to me they can't come this week because they've got sciatic nerve damage, and I've got ladies saying they've got a lot of pains in their hands from their arthritis. Let's open a whole section on giving them routines or moves they can actually do to relieve this pain. So they can actually, it's not about getting back to class, it's about getting your life back. Yeah. So if you've got a very bad sciatic nerve damage, of course, you're sitting on the sofa, you're sitting on a hard chair, you can't go out, you can't shop, you can't do anything. Arthritis is absolutely debilitating. And so it's about giving these people their lives back. And then, of course, the other side of it is with the seated classes. That's seated classes can be found online on the app, and they can also be found, obviously, in class as well. But the seated side, that took off 3 years ago. It's become a major part of the app. And a lot of my ladies will say, like if we do a cognitive workout, for example, they'll be saying, we love it, but we want to learn it outside class. So they go on the app or they go on the YouTube channel and they copy it from there,
Do it there.
in their own time whenever they want to at home. And I've got a lady, she's another lady in a wheelchair. Her mum's
Okay.
92. Her mum's just had a fall. And so her mum has been sent to physio to do routines. And Michelle was saying to me the other day, they sit down in their house, they do the physio together, and then straight afterwards they jump on to seated yoga dancing, the Dancing
Nice.
Fit, and they actually go through the routines together as well. And that is helping both her and her mum, as well as obviously she comes to in-person classes. But wow, yeah, wow.
You know,
So again,
you
it's about
literally,
giving their life back. And
it's
it's
exactly
just
what you're doing. It's not,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I think some people might go, oh, it's dancing, and not realize that it's so much more. And I know you and I spoke about this before.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're giving people life back and
Yeah,
something to look
yeah.
forward to, and benefits, physical benefits, health benefits. So that's incredible. But tell me something. You've got so much enthusiasm, and you have since I met you. When you started with passion, or just before, when you were thinking about an app, were you scared? Or did you have hesitation? What would you say to someone who's maybe in that situation now?
When I started with the app, it was during lockdown. I just finished a video marketing course, which I didn't think I could do, and I did it. So I was on a high thinking, well, if I could do that, I could do the app. And then, so I signed into the app with this sort of lackadaisical approach of course I can do this. And I got through to day 12, and all of a sudden, of course, it starts getting harder, and you have to start pivoting, and you have to start thinking outside the box, and you have to start niching down. And it makes you focus. It makes you absolutely focus. So what I would say to anyone looking at coming on board is do it, do it, do it. You have to. You may need an app manager like I've got, which are fantastic. They're your secret formula. Okay? They really are your secret formula. So if you can afford to get an app manager, absolutely go for it. But I would say whatever you think you're going to do going into the app, you're probably going to change it along your journey, and that's okay, because pivoting
that's
is
normal.
always way to go. Yeah, it is normal, and we all do that in our everyday lives anyway. We have to survive and thrive. So it's just another pivot. It's not It's not a scary thing, and you're going to get so much back from it, and you're going to get so much clarity from it. Even before you go into getting customers or anything like that, you've already got so much clarity, and it makes you fall in love with your own business even more than you already were.
Wow.
That's what I would definitely say. Yeah.
Well, I've fallen in love with your business because I just love what you're doing. The oldies are all very close to my heart. So I just love your passion. And I think it sounds like a cliche to say passion, because we are passion, right? But you have such enthusiasm, and you've never, like, this is your third year with us. And I know there's a lot going on for you, which is exciting and really good. But you've had such staying power. Has there ever been times where you felt like giving up?
No. There has been times where Netflix has seemed great, and I'm too tired, and so instead of being on the app and keeping the motivation, Netflix is looking really great, so I will sit on the sofa and vegetate in the evening, and which I'm aware I shouldn't be doing, and I'm aware I need to keep that pace up. So there definitely has been times like that, but there's never been a time where I have thought this isn't for me, or this is wrong for Dancin Fit, or anything like that. I'd say the nearest I've ever come, and it wasn't this is wrong for Dancin Fit at all. I've always known that very much this is the place we need to be, and we need to connect this, because this is what's going to help people outside of my village, in the rest of the world that I can't get to. And I believe in Dancin Fit formula so much, and the power of it, and I've physically seen myself the improvements in people, that for me it's a case of how can I get that out to the rest of the world, so that somebody in Australia who has arthritis problems in their hands, or somebody in China who has dementia, how can I help them? And this is the answer. So for me, it's never been a question of leaving. But what I will say is some of my ladies, because they're a lot older, I have 92-year-olds, 97-year-olds, 85-year-olds, when you mention the word app, they absolutely go, no, I can't, my phone doesn't use apps. I can't use an app on my phone.
That's a good point.
I don't know how to use that, everything.
So,
I came back and I spoke to you about it, and
Yeah.
you said, but what about the website?
yeah.
So
Web
instead of them going through Apple and Google, they just go dancinfit.passion.io, they go through the website, boom, there it is, and they
Yeah.
can do it that way. And for them, they feel it's something they know, it's more familiar.
It's not so scary.
So I really like the fact there's that option.
It's a really important option. I'm glad you mentioned that. And yeah, okay, great. We've answered this question already. So you said if someone was scared to start the business, you would just say do it.
Do it. Do not
feel the fear.
do not stop and think. If you stop and think, you won't do it, and you'll talk yourself out of it. And that's not just for passion apps, that's for everything in life. You have to just jump in, like burn the bridges. You absolutely have to just jump in and go for it. And then you will, if you were ever hesitating, you'll wonder why you were, because you're going to get so much from this.
Yes.
You don't even know now, for anyone watching this, you don't even know now how much you're going to get back from this. It is unbelievable. And
Do you
it
think,
does...
Sorry, when you say you get so much back from this, do you mean like personally, confidence? Like what is that you get so much back from? Just joy?
I have had
of doing it?
I've had to learn fast. With passion, I've had to learn Canva, for example. I've had to learn different forms of media. And it's a case of, if I hadn't have been with passion, I probably would have gone, yeah, I should do that. Netflix is great, But because I'm with passion and I have to come up with different thumbnails, different pictures, different this, different that, I have to just do it and I have to learn it. And that's really good for cognitive development anyway. It's really good for self-confidence and a sense of self-worth and self-belief. And the fact that I know that every thumbnail I do, everything I produce, it's helping somebody out there. That's what absolutely keeps me going, definitely.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question? Did I go off on a tangent?
No,
Okay.
it's great.
Okay.
And tell me, like what is next for you? Like, we've come a long way, you've come a long way. I know what's happening in the background, but like, what's next? Where are we going?
Okay, so we've just got NHS status, which is the medical body in England. We've just got Hampshire County Council status, which is the county that I live in. So they, through Dancin Fit, they're now offering free classes, 12 weeks free classes to different people who exercise under 30 minutes a week, and maybe finance is a barrier to entry. So we're now offering those as well. But we're also now on the app side offering CPD. So I'm now a CPD provider, which is continued professional development. So if you own a gym, a dance school, anything like that, maybe you're a Zumba instructor, you're looking at leveling up into Dimension with Movement, Active Seniors, or whatever, there's all these courses on there. So you can now do seated yoga dancing as a course, as a trainer to become an expert, and then you can level up that as well into all these extra areas that you can bolt on depending on which ones you want to specialize in. So that's very much the way we are going next. Everything else, all the salsa, the international dance, the seated yoga dance, the recipe plans, the Fit and 5 programs, all still on there. All still, just more and more content's going in all the time. But definitely the CPD and the training courses are going to be a whole new area, and that is solely run through the app.
Yeah. You've come a long way. I know I said that earlier, but you really have. I mean, if we look at the app where it was and we look at the app now.
Right.
And even that video that you made, you sent me, just for anyone that's listening to this, you sent me a video this week, which I went wild about. I loved it. That video and it just shows how you've evolved with the app. So now you're getting people in saying, I can't do this because I'm in a wheelchair. I can't do this because, and then you say, but I do it, and I'm in a wheelchair. So you've really brought the real case scenarios into the app. So I think you've done great work. And you mentioned something earlier, which I think is worth highlighting, is you mentioned that during COVID, you went onto the platform and you did this. The app allows you to take things beyond your circle, your space.
Yes.
You can take it around the world, and that's what's so nice about it. So you can reach the whole world.
And if the whole world dances, there is no
Yes.
So you all need to be on the app.
I love that. If the whole world dances, what? There's no wall. What was it? If the whole world
danced, there wouldn't be any walls.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is there anything else you want to share? Anything else you want to raise, point out? Anything else? It's your the field is all yours.
Is there anything else I want to raise? I would definitely like to get across the message that if you think you can't, you can. On different levels. If you think you can't have an app because it's way too technical and it's all binary and it's this, that, and the other, with passion, it really isn't. It's actually quite intuitive. And user-friendly, and if you do get stuck, there's app managers, which are like, honestly, they're your magic fairy dust when it comes to your business. Right, okay. And also, but in general, if you're out there and you're thinking, I'm watching this is a great episode on dancing, but I'm in a wheelchair. This is a great episode on dancing, but I'm on a walking stick, I'm bent forward, I can't even straighten up, etc. Please jump on the Dancin Fit app or somebody in your local area that you can get to, because that's literally what we do. We are here to help you, and there's no such word as can't. It's just a case of you haven't done it yet. So
and I can understand why you're so close to your, I don't want to say clients, because like you said, they're family.
My dancers, yeah.
They're so sweet. They are just the sweetest. One day I'm going to come there and visit you, and we will have a tea with them all.
You have to. Oh my gosh. You will fall in love with them.
I already did. So I love what you're doing. Thanks so much for what you're doing, because it's something very close to my heart. You making a huge difference in the world, and that's going to get bigger soon. And I really appreciate your time and for joining me today.
Well, can I just say I'm so grateful and honoured that you chose to interview me and interview our business, because I feel you've given us an opportunity to spread the word and help more people, and that is the only reason I did the app in the first place, was to help more people. And because of this is what you've done. So you're a big part of more people getting better.
Good. That's what I'm all about. You and I, same.
we are same. Yeah,
we are same. Okay.
One heart.